Greetings and salutations, everyone. It is time once again for another Road Least Traveled training video, walkthrough video, guide video, however you would like to put it. I am, of course, El Sambo, aka Samus Garobo, and I'd like to welcome you to the video here. And we're going to start off with the Phiarlan Carnival quest chain, the Magnificent Cabal. Oh, Cabal. So, this is going to get really weird here on this next quest. If you've been sticking around for a lot of the walkthrough videos, I am going to show you how I do this quest currently. It does have some tricks to it, or a trick in particular that I'm going to take that some people may or may not find to be good. But we're going to take it, and then we're going to discuss other options, I guess I should say. This quest chain is level 5. We actually have quite a few level 5 quests lined up, so I did take level 7. I did not apparently remember to prepare spells or grab spell components or put spells in my bar or anything like that, but we did pick up one whole level. Alright, this collectible right here, I recommend that you do not pick it up. If you pick up this collectible, these two giants will attack, and you will not get a chest. So basically, you're giving up a collectible to get a chest. I think that's probably a reasonable value, right? Reasonable. Also, there's a whole lot more to this quest than I typically do. You're going to end up with a couple of extra optionals that can be done. Basically running around and exploring this quite large explorer area for for like just a few extra, like kill this monster type, kill that monster type, etc. As most of those kind of quests, I feel like they are not, or optionals, they are not good example, or they're not time efficient, but they are sometimes fun efficient, if you know what I mean. And like most quests, if you have multiple people assisting you, then they quickly kind of come together on time efficiency. If some other people can knock it out. Alright, so we have this kind of serpentous route to Brawn Pits here. Are you gonna let me talk to you? Thank you. Arrest sounds lovely. So we're gonna head over to Brawn Pits Otento. Now that we're here, we can do some talking. You can click through all these dialogue options if you like, but I always take this skip 2 hours of explanation. The screen will go wonderfully black. Oh, so lovely. And then we'll wake back up again. Alright. So you have a couple of options here. In my personal opinion, the best one is to walk this direction to the altar. You can jump down the way that Brawn Pits tells you not to, but you will be tempted to click on the waterfall there post haste, and you don't want to do that. So not each of, but a lot of these I guess 2 of them, not a bunch of them, half of them, 50% of the of the various quests that Bronze Pits are going to set us on involve a altar of some sort. The water and the air. The earth elemental and the fire elemental don't have any altars that I know of anyway. And we want to click on those in a timely manner, basically, to move on. Why is the Phiarlan getting dead? Oh, there's a soulless champ over there, probably, that was attacking her, huh? Kill thyself, little bard. Alright. So we're going to go over here and talk to this altar. They're going to say, we are forgiving you, or blessing you, or whatevering you. And you say, gee golly whiz, thanks. Turn on my extend at least. And we're going to pick up the waterfall here. Yeah, I don't disagree with you there, Talab. Alright, the other thing that's kind of important, in my opinion, on this quest is when you pick up this water, right, when you get the water, keep an eye on your map. It's really easy to end up walking around this direction, around this other rock, instead of coming back through the path you already cleared. And if you end up having to clear someplace that you haven't been just because you end up walking around the wrong direction, you can, you know, increase opportunities of danger. Alright, we're going to crush some rocks. If you have a bunch of time or people on your hands, I would actually head this direction before talking to Bronze Pits and giving him the water. The reason why is these spiders are already here, but the earth elementals have not spawned yet. So the earth elementals spawn when you talk to him and he gives you the quest to break rocks. So you can actually clear out part of the danger before spawning the other half. I.e., prevent the actual dangerous things from occurring until the thing that chips in damage and crowd controls you is gone. Again, I'm not terribly worried about it. I'll just knock out one guy at a time. But, again, if you have multiple people, you might as well take advantage of the situation. Oh, we're helpless. Guy dropped his bag. You know what? I never recast my buffs, did I? Not at all. Make sure that we used enough mana. Grabbing that soul actually means something. I tend to come around from the left just because it prevents you from spawning all three earth elementals. You'll want to spawn them eventually, but if you can space them out, then you're less likely to have to deal with multiple champs at once. Which I hear is an okay thing when you're running around doing a quest that you may not know that well. Then back to Bronze Pits. There's a lot of this running back to Bronze Pits where having somebody who can stand there and basically talk to Bronze Pits is pretty good.
Bronze Pits says, if Brothers Grimm don't have any firewood,
We're at it. We'll get a fresh bard song. Then we're going to leave the bard here to protect Bronze Pits. There shouldn't be anything that attacks him until we get back, but it's always better to err on the side of safety, right? Safety. Oh, man. The drowsiness is real. Grab our collectible. Alright. Clean up our firewood. These fire elementals will always spawn in the same spot when you activate their triggering mechanism. So once you kind of have them down, you'll know. Also, you'll see a shrine down here, but there's also the earth elementals. Define and defeat more rock spirits. So if you have enough people, you know, person 1 and 2 can carry on with the quest. Person 3 can start working the optionals, and this is a good spot, in my opinion, to do that right there. Jump down this hole and then work your way back around the Bronze Pits, and you should clean up those optionals pretty nicely. This Earth Elemental can't decide if it wants to be a champion or not. Try to remember, I think this spawns over here. Yep. And this guy will spawn back this way. See what I mean, though? I was able to basically kill that guy before he was even able to respawn because we knew where he was at. Knew where he was at. Alright, so now that we've got the 5 fire elementals knocked out that we need to, we're going to go back to Bronze Pits again and activate things. However, I do want to say right here, the person who actually kills the fire elemental doesn't have to turn in the quest objective. So, if somebody wanted, they could continue to jump around, like we will in a little while, to the air spirit area up here, where there's no monsters along the way, and then someone could turn in the quest to Bronze Pits, and then you can jump down. But that is not what's happening right this minute. Alright, so we got 2 fire elementals here. Apparently, oh well, that's a light fireball chick, so yeah, never mind. That was hardly fair for our poor hireling there. Not a whole lot for her to do against that monstrosity. She's trying to heal her shrine. Alright. Please stay there and guard Bronze Pits some more. Oh. We gotta talk to him some more. Alright, this soup will give us like jump and feather fall or something. I usually don't bother. It gives us a 15-minute jump. But, you know, we'll take what we can get. We'll take any advantages. guildies are logging off like flies. Like I said, people have been having some real lag issues the day of recording here, apparently. I haven't been having too much problems as of yet, but that could change. Alright, so all these monsters that we're going to see here in a minute do not spawn until after you talk to Bronze Pits. This time. So again, if nobody had talked to Bronze Pits until someone was up here, then you wouldn't have to worry about killing the trash here. That being said, I'm not that worried about the trash. It'll add an extra couple of minutes to the quest for me, but not really that big of a deal. You don't have to have Featherfall around. I don't wear it all the time, but I do like having a clicky to switch into, or an item to switch into. I've talked about this many times before, but trinkets are how Samius's gear is set up as hot swappable for the most part. Basically, that means I just have a series of trinkets that I can toggle around instead of like a backpack, or not a backpack, a cloak or gloves or something else. I don't like having Featherfall permanently slotted into my gear setup. I feel like it impedes my movement personally. You can do whatever you like if you want to just have it slotted full time. God bless, but that's not me. Let's go ahead and knock that out, knock this stuff out. So before we talk to this air altar or approach it, we want to make sure that we're healed up. So we're going to basically jump down to Bronze Pits right away, because there will be another ambush. Run over here, talk to this, talk to the Sky Spirit. Oh, there they go. So I feel like they're normally already attacking by the time I get over here, but apparently pretty reasonable progress this morning. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and shrine now. It's probably, strictly speaking, not necessary, but it's all good. Alright, now we're going to have our hireling make Bronze Pits blurry. Yeah, I thought so. I thought we already used both of her songs. And we're going to cast whatever buffs on Bronze Pits we can get away with. Alright, so the idea now is to get Bronze Pits to the front of the quest, right? Take him to the entrance. What I have actually learned... Again, I forgot to repair my spells. What I have actually learned, and what works really well for me, is taking him back up towards the fire elementals, and then jumping down so he follows us. It skips a lot of monster respawns and a lot of unnecessary fighting now that this path works. Right, or now that I'm more proficient with this path. That being said, if you're slow and steady, you can fight your way through through the packs of respawns. They're the same kind of trash mobs that we just dealt with. The little tiefling casters and whatnot. The big thing to keep in mind if you're going to take bronze pits that direction, it is wise to have some elemental resistances for bronze pits, particularly a fire resistance, because there are fire elementals, scorching rays, stuff like that being cast. And he does need to stay alive. Speaking of, let's go ahead and just top him off here. So basically we're gonna walk over here and then jump down. This is very close to the beginning of the quest. This is where we zone in at. Here's the brothers' camp, which we are actually going to walk up there. So the reason we didn't pick up the collectible earlier, right, is when Bronze Pits gets up here, he's going to tell these knuckleheads to get out of here, and then he's going to give us Christmas presents. But then we can no longer pick up the collectibles. So gain a chest with an opportunity of named loot. Retalk to Bronze Pits. The main thing that comes out of there, I believe, is a trinket that gives you a rage clicky. It's also like bonus to intimidate, if I remember right. I'm gonna turn my sounds up here just a little bit. Apparently I had my speakers turned down a little bit earlier. Really like the tiefling fighting music in this pack, I guess. It's really good. Okay, so we are at basically the danger zone. This rock is your last chance to make sure everyone's healed up, buffed up, etc. This infight, if you can call it that, it's going to consist of a couple of red name dogs that need to be defeated pretty quickly. The one that kind of takes priority, in my opinion, there are two, and both of them spawn from this side. So the Messenger of the Plains and the Messenger of the Prairies. One of them likes to neg level you, and the other one likes to dance you. You want to not be neg leveled, and you also want to not be danced. Bronze Pits can be danced. Obviously, any hirelings or any other helpers you can have can be danced. And Bronze Pits can be leveled not to 0 to die, but practically. Like, the difference won't matter. He'll still die from taking damage, but as you take damage while you're taking the negative levels, it doesn't really matter. And you get a sweet chest. Once Bronze Pits moved past the chest, the quest will complete. So make sure you have your voice on before you step away. Alright, so that's a small problem, not too bad. I did not check the time. But 18,675 experience points. And it looks like for me around 350 Reaper experience. So, good. Not too bad. Alright everybody, thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please hit the various like, subscribe, follow buttons. And remember, this is recorded as part of our Twitch.tv series. And I hope you enjoy enjoyed the quest, and we'll see you next time. Toodles.